There we go. I'm a dude playing a dude. Skies of a dude. Hey, you got it. Welcome. I don't have all these people watching. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, maybe it's my phone and oh, that's what it is. Because I was viewing it. Yeah. I was like, oh, I have so many people watching, but it's myself and yeah, doesn't make sense. And I think one person might be on YouTube. Oh yeah, now I'm looking at the camera and with my teleprompter. And if I look at long enough, I have a preview of myself. So if I can look at myself long enough, there's a long enough delay. Let's see, wait, hold on. I'll do a full circle. I haven't looked at myself in a while. Oh wow, there's a long delay. Okay, there I am. Now I can see myself talking to myself. How's that, how's that lighting? That's how, huh? Yeah, I guess that's the only angle that I have. I can't show you what it looks like. I guess I showed you a picture from earlier. I wasn't reading, but that was me looking at a monitor of myself, which it's not very useful. So I'm gonna drag it back because it has a long delay. I would need to like hook into like the preview from OBS. But that's not plugged into my Mac. That's plugged into my PC, which holds my camera and everything. So, yeah. So yeah, I basically need a direct preview from the camera, from the monitor, directly to the screen. And then I'll be able to like see myself directly. Cause you know how it's like, okay, I'm ready to record, but it's like, or I guess you don't record your face, but you can't see what it looks like. Cause it's like, you're always like looking in the corner of your eye. I know who I am. I'm the dude. I look a little schlubby. I think it's the music. So are you not feeling well still? I'm a dude. Yeah, my Mark said to nix the music. Yeah, it is the best song of all time, I think. Oh, I'm covering my mic, so I'm not sounding good. Here we go. Playing a dude. Oh no. Oh, it sounds like. Well, I guess it's good news that you have a fever, but it sounds like you have like some sort of thing. I always think fever is good news because it means that your body is fighting back something. Yeah, my back was to the mic. So I think I have a script I can try, but we can chat about things. We can talk about we can say about the DC agent. That was crazy today. Oh yeah, just have some chicken soup, You know, it's like the standard thing. I didn't get it though, so yeah, if it's something that you didn't pass to me or anything. Oh wow, okay, yeah, so let's see if we can although although I'm a dude is very good. I know who I am. I'm a dude. I know who I am. The size of another dude. Oh, so basically I think it might have been, I'm actually not sure who it was. I'm going to find, but because I just was looking on it, but basically somebody shot down 2 National Guardsmen in Washington, D.C. Because you know how D.C. had like the Trump coming in, and Washington was one of the few cities on, like, blue cities on Earth that couldn't contest like having the National Guard because it is kind of federal territory. So like other blue cities is like, I have the governor and I'm a leftist, whatever, I can do what I want, if whoever the governor is, basically. But not Washington. Anyway, so somebody shot down 2 National Guards, and I'm trying to put up the video so we can watch it. I think it might have been Middle Eastern. Put it that way. I'm a dude. Where's my browser? Is my browser? I'll make this smaller. Hey, is that my browser? Isn't that? Where's my browser? Oop. Sorry, I'm just trying to find things. Browser, property. Okay, yeah, this guy. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Okay. And then I can like move this over and show I'm a dude. And then pause I'm a dude, even though that's a really good, amazing song.
Yeah, look at this. Holy shit. But yeah, I'm not even sure. Oh my god. Look at this here. Oh my god. So are they just letting it get worse so that they can, you know, introduce like even farther martial law and like be even more aggressive and then have the public accept it? I mean, is that what's happening? I don't know.
Yeah, so we're here in I Street, and there is a...
Yeah, okay, so the suspect gets in custody. Oh yeah, and I can like look at the camera while like watching the thing, but that's kind of weird.
We're working our way a little bit closer, so we don't really have any information on anything as of now, but
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. America is formed from unleashing violence upon people who disagreed politically. Yeah, because you weren't able to vote. You see, you couldn't vote King George out of office. You can vote Trump out of office. You can vote for somebody different than Trump. You can't vote for George Washington to be your leader rather than King George. So
but they've been radicalizing those people. Like, I don't know if it's like a far lefty. I guess I don't know that much about it. I just kind of had this in the background. Yeah, so hey, I'm looking at the camera, but I can't see the video. But this is me. I was gonna load. I can load some speeches and I can like read in front and read it and show you how it works. Yeah, this is me talking to the camera.
Give us for perspective of folks who are just now joining in here at the top of the hour. How close are you to the White House?
looks like we're probably about a block.
Yeah, so this was a big deal today. Let's just see if this is a 38-minute video. I don't know if I'm gonna want to watch the whole thing.
I'm just kind of surprised, more than anything, that something like this would happen. And to me, like, what I think is, and on topic, the government's going to arrest people for online hate speech. How do we prevent those laws from being used to punish criticism or plays a huge role in rhetoric. So dishonest. Completely dishonest. It's driving a narrative. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and obviously the lefties are kind of praising it,
People
right?
telling the President of the United States,
Hassan.
I mean, it's such a crazy misrepresentation to say that, trying to.
Anyway, so this is big news today. You had Cass there.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeff Carroll. I'm the Executive Assistant Chief here at the Metropolitan Police.
Oh, I think, and the guy's in critical condition too. Yeah, so everyone was in critical condition.
We're on high visibility patrols in the area of 17th and I Street Northwest.
Wait, so are they dead? I don't know.
Came around the corner, raised his arm with a firearm and discharged it at the National Guard members. The National Guard members, there were other members that were in the area. They were able to, after some back and forth, able to subdue the individual and bring him into custody. Within moments, members of law enforcement in the area were also able to assist and bring that individual into the custody. At this time, as the director mentioned, the National Guard members are being treated at a local hospital. DC Fire and EMS responded to the scene to provide first aid for those individuals and transport them to a local hospital. The suspect in this case was also transported and treated at a local hospital. Madam Mayor?
I'm Muriel Bowser.
The Bowser. She's the blue mayor that never wants the National Guard to come in the first place.
Of the guardsmen,
I thought that was just like,
guardsmen who are
from
in
like
critical
Mario.
condition in a local hospital. I am joined by members and leadership from the DC National
yeah, it was a
Guard,
Doug Bowser,
from
too.
the West Virginia National Guard, United States Secret Service, Deputy Mayor Pia, Fire Chief Donnelly, and Metro's General Manager Randy Clark. And we join with the
No,
FBI
no one cares what she has to
in
say.
ensuring that MPD investigates, the U.S. Attorney prosecutes this case to the fullest extent of the law. I've had the opportunity to brief U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, who was speaking to the President when I called, as well as the United States Attorney Pirro, who assured me that this case will have her office's complete attention.
Is there no, yeah.
So at the time, there was indication there was any other suspect. The one suspect that
Just
was
one
involved
dumb
in this
idiot.
incident, They were shot during the interaction, and they were transported to the
That's
hospital.
it? Only once? Does this validate the need?
What
It's
we
just a
know,
crazy
Andrew, is that
retard.
this is a targeted shooting. One individual who appeared to target these guardsmen, that individual has been taken into custody.
Can you tell us any more details on the condition of the two National Guards?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Whether or not anyone else is different. And a quick question follow up for the FBI director. You said that we'll make sure we find the perpetrators for this act. So just to clarify, the person believed is in custody and there are no other suspects.
Sure, so I can start out. Again, Chief Carroll from MPD. So both the individuals, the guard members, they are in critical condition in a local hospital at this time being treated. At this point, we have no other suspects. We
forgot
have
they put to death? Yeah, but they took it back too.
Like I said, to be a lone gunman that raised a firearm and ambushed these members of the National Guard, and he was quickly taken into custody by other National Guard members and law enforcement members.
Motive?
No, at this time, obviously, we're very in the preliminary stages of investigation. There's a lot of things, a lot of agents that are here from various federal agencies, law enforcement.
President Trump was issuing unlawful orders to the military and that troops must resist. Now 2 National Guard members were targeted. I think that's basically it too. And I think also this is the kind of stuff like different groups of people is that are killing that's created. Whenever you're saying punch Nazis and you're calling everybody a Nazi. Because you're basically saying you should...
Yeah, so I think that was the big news today. Let me see. That was it. Yeah, it could have been a commie. Let me just confirm. Yeah, well, anyway. It will come out over the next little while. That was the big news today. I don't know. Yeah, that sucks. You got a fever and everything. Do you have any chicken soup? And I was gonna find my speech, and let me put on I'm a dude. It's okay. Well, let me know if you need help tomorrow. And drop off some chicken soup or something. Yeah, I hope it's a 24-hour thing, but I don't know. I always find a sore throat it's pretty ominous for things to come. So that's why it's like once you have the sore throat, hopefully you can like minimize it. That's why like I gargle salt water like all the way, and maybe that like minimizes the like severity of what's to come. But I always find a fever is a good news because it just means your body found it and your body's fighting back. Well, let's just see how you feel if you're not feeling well. So yeah, if you're feeling a lot better, then yeah. If you're not, then you know, if you're, then maybe not the best idea. But what do you think? But I can drop off something, you know, whatever. I can drop off soup. Yeah. Yeah, if you're feeling a lot better and this kind of passed, then that's good. But I just always find a sore throat always leads to something, you know. So, but then it can, otherwise it can, sometimes it can just go away. Yeah. So just have a good night, have a good night's sleep tonight, and then yeah, we'll play it by ear and check in tomorrow how you're feeling. And if you're too sick or whatever, I can just quickly go. I can maybe drop off, I don't know, like chicken soup or whatever, and then yeah. Or maybe I can walk Andy or whatever. Yeah, I definitely felt allergies for me. Like, you know, see, like my nose was always more sniffly. Like over the last couple of days I was like sneezing a bunch. I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna find that script that I had. I don't know if it's like the final one, but whatever. It's like a more recent one. That base. So Mark, I'll run through it. Let me just find it in my history. History. I'm a dude. Where is it? Know who I am. I know who I am. Yeah. And then I'm gonna my first I'm gonna test my first transcript, my first teleprompter. I don't know why my face is so itchy. My chin is so itchy. Sometimes that happens to me. I should maybe put on some cream. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna find the script. I found the script. Let me put it in, I'm gonna put it in my teleprompter software that is free with this. I'ma do, what's it called? Teleprompter. Teleprompter 2. Okay, and then I can create a document somewhere. Oh, that's a folder. Okay, all documents. Okay, here's one. Create text. Upload text from your phone, whatever. Create text. The title is using. There we go. Sorry, I'm gonna look at the camera again. Look at the chat again. Okay, yeah, you just put a heart. So, oh yeah, let me raise my thing. I don't want to keep Pete with, what's his name? Robert Downey Jr. Maybe a little bit. Okay, so where's oh yeah. Oh yeah. Where is it? Okay, so there we go. And I have to like break it up after. So I might have to like, I'll have to like break it up in the software too, like, cause I don't want to like jumble it up. Like I want to like break it up into like normal sentences. So like no more than, oh, this is a big one. Well, we'll see how that goes. Alright, so I haven't read this script, so I'm doing a fresh script that I haven't really read. I'm just breaking it up into like somewhat digestible pieces. Like I'm adding like extra breaks in like certain places, so it's like not showing like one long paragraph. And we'll see how it, you'll see how effective it is on the first go without, you know, on my first reading. Okay, I have to put it into the teleprompter, but first let me just look. Yeah, any questions? I can make myself bigger. Okay. So that's done. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. Text tile exceeds character limit. What do you mean character limit? There's a character limit? What? Save. What's the character limit? Oh, text title. You would deliver superhero EBRs. Save. Text title. See. Okay, I'm just gonna call it AI agents. Yeah. Perfect. That's saved. Okay, now I got that. Now I can just open this guy. Okay, moved it into my teleprompter. Wait, the other way. It's showing up upside down on my teleprompter, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. Boom. Alright, no questions. So it's now, I'm gonna make it 180. Yeah, that's better. Confirm. Alright. And I have to like, how do I play this? Oh yeah. Alright. Okay. Now it's fine. Alright. So I can lower the I'm a dude. Just a tad. Alright, let's go through one reading, have it read through the script, and let's see how it goes. And let's see if you can tell that I'm reading. I have to like press play on this, which I have to figure out a better way to do that eventually than like obviously I'm not going to do that on the stream. Alright, let's go. Maybe I'll just like sit back here like this. Imagine walking into the next executive business review. No all-nighter scrambling for data. No 47 slide deck that took you 18 hours still looking like anyone else's. No awkward silence when the CFO asks, "So what's the actual ROI we got from this year?" Instead, you open your laptop and the room goes quiet. In a good way. Because in front of them is a 12-page masterpiece that took you 47 minutes to create, not 47 hours. It's gorgeous. It's personalized. It has their exact ROI broken down by product line, team, and region, with sources, 3 hidden expansion opportunities that didn't even know existed, a 90-day no-brainer, growth plans with projected 1.8 million in new ARR, and 1-page hero summary that the CEO immediately screenshotted and sent to the whole board. Your champion leans over and whispers, "How the hell did you do this?" You just smile because your AI agents did 95% of the work while you just slept. That's the new standard for the executive business reviews in 2026. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn 40 plus data sources into a flawless, beautiful EBR deck in under an hour, auto-discover insights that make you look like a genius, even when you're not, and pre-answer every tough executive question before they ask it. Deliver strategic value, ridiculous that your champion fights to get you on the calendar every quarter. Because of the old way of doing EBRs, death by PowerPoint, manual slides, praying the numbers are right, is officially dead. Now, the new bread of customer success, the leaders aren't the ones with the best Excel skills. They're the ones who deploy AI agents to do the grunt work. So they can just walk into the room, cape flapping. I can totally tell AI, and I'm probably looking up, which is not good. Was I? Yeah. Yeah. So that obviously needed some practice. Yeah, I don't have a camera, and now I have a screen that I'm looking at. So maybe I have to like angle it right. So now I think I'm like looking. Yeah, I'm not looking straight into the camera. So I have to make it look natural. I think what I have to do is make this narrower. Yeah, because I'm looking too much. It's like I'm looking too much. I have to like look away sometimes. You're saying. I don't know what you're saying. But you want me to read? I can read it again, but this time maybe I'll. Oh yeah, because I have to like. Uh, no, I'm trying to look into the. But I put the text in the camera, but it's supposed to be in my field of vision, so it's not supposed to pretend like I'm reading. But let me try it again. Let's see if this is gonna be better. Ready? Just to do it as practice. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna try and look at the camera. And maybe I need to change the settings, but imagine walking into the next executive business review. No all night scrambling for data. Now 47 decks that you'll sorry. No awkward silence when the CFO asks, so what's the actual ROI are we getting from this year? Now you open up your laptop. It's going too fast because I'm trying to. Yeah, I am looking up. How do I get it where I'm not looking up? Maybe my camera's like needs to be different. It needs to be angled differently. Yeah, because I have to make the text on the teleprompter more narrower. And this, I'm trying to figure out how to do that. When everything is upside down. That button. Okay, I'm gonna try figure out how to make this narrower, because most of the time you're supposed to be able to. But here I can change the text size, but not like the margins, which I would rather it allow me to do that. Not, I might have to find other software that would be better than this. Alright. Alright, well, let's try this, and then, you know what, maybe I'll like, maybe make it a little bit smaller, so I wouldn't be shifting it. I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna try different settings, and maybe it'll be better. Oops. No, the setting should be slow. And I'm setting like the text to auto scroll. Gonna make the text smaller. Yeah. Okay. So maybe like it wouldn't feel as, I don't know, crazy. Okay, ready? Oh wait, let me go. Oh, what happened? Me? Okay, I'm gonna try again. Ready? I have to press play. I have to figure out a better process for this, but okay, ready? Imagine walking into the next executive business review and no all-nighter scrambling for data. No 747 slide deck that took you like 18 hours and still looks like everyone else's. No awkward silence when the CFO asks, "What's the actual ROE we got from this year?" Instead, you open up your laptop, room in the open and the quiet. Sorry, it's a little too fast, but it's gorgeous. It's 3 hidden expansion opportunities. These didn't know even existed. All right, so that was. I have to make the thing slower. I'm gonna do that because it's a little too fast. Slow. Okay. There we go. Oh, maybe a little faster. Okay. How was that? Worse? Oh, okay, yeah. So maybe I have to be. Oh, maybe I should get my glasses because I can't see. Oh yeah, now I can see. Oh yeah, let's try this. Let's see how it looks. We'll see. Oh wait, the camera isn't in frame. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Like, better. No. There? Do that. And I can look, yeah, be here. Now it's better before. Well, I don't know. There's a bit also delay. But I can try again. I can't. I have to figure. This is not good software. All right. I'm gonna be in frame and read it. Okay. I'm gonna try one more time. Just read a couple things. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and like be in frame. Imagine walking into your next executive business review. No all-nighter scrambling for data. No 47 slide deck that took you 18 hours and still looked like everyone else's. No awkward. Who wrote me? Okay, he wrote me. No, because in front of them is a 12-page masterpiece that took you 47 minutes to create, not just 47 hours. It's gorgeous. It's personalized. It has their exact ROI broken down by product line, team, and region with sources. 3 hidden expansion opportunities. They didn't even know it even existed. A 90-day no-brainer growth plan with projected 1.8 million in new ARR and a 1-page hero summary, and the CEO screenshotted it that even sent it to the board. And your champion leans over and whispers, "How the hell did you do this?" And you just smile because you realize that your AI agents did 95% of the work and you just slept. So that's the new standard for the exclusive business reviews in 2026. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn 40 plus data sources into a flawless, beautiful EBR deck in under an hour. Auto-discover insights that make you look like a genius even when you're not, and pre-answer every tough question before they ask it. Deliver strategic value just so ridiculous that your champion fights to get you in your calendar every quarter. Because of the old way of doing EBRs, death by PowerPoint, manual slides, praying by the numbers are right is officially dead. The new breed of customer success leaders are the ones with the best Excel skills. They're the ones who deploy AI agents to do the grunt work. So they can just walk into the room, cape flapping, and deliver reviews that don't even just report value. They will multiply it. This is a terrible script. I'm totally gonna gut it, but stick with me. By the end, you'll have the exact playbook to turn to your next EBR in the check-it box meeting in the single most valuable, whatever. Let's make it your part. Okay. So that was it. So did it sound worth it? It's just okay. I know, but the script is shit. I'm gonna obviously have to have a better script, but this was just like the first me just taking a grok script and just putting it in. Like that, I'm not. God help me if I used it. But do you see the value? Okay. I thought the script was crap. Well, some parts were okay, but then during the cape flapping and like whatever, it's like when you hear that cape flapping, it's like okay, an AI wrote it. Yeah, I think it's sweet. The fact that, and did it look like I was talking in the camera? Let me just see. Did it look like I was talking in the camera? That's the question. That's the main question. Like, did you know that I had a teleprompter? Or is it too hard, the fact that you already knew that I had a teleprompter? Me, I know who I am. I'm a dude. Yeah. So like when I have a better script, obviously I would like practice that like a few times before I would like have it running through the teleprompter, so I would feel more natural. So that was basically like the one dry run of like a script that I just like whatever. Okay, sweet. Oh yeah, and I should figure out too how to get a preview so that when I talk into the camera, like I can like see myself. I don't know if that helps me, but or it's like I can see my live stream, like looking here. Yeah, so that's basically it. It's like so I'm like looking into a mirror. I can like look into the mirror, but then I'm actually like talking to like everybody else. Yeah, I'm still not used to like talking into the camera about this, but now, yeah, like I'm talking into a blank transcript. Yeah, it's good practice. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can see, now it's a delay, I can see it. Okay, yeah, so this angle, I should remember it. Or are you just saying my face? Yeah. Yep, I just need to have a better script. I'll work on that today. I'll have a better script. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I just have to have a better script. Like that script wasn't me, so yeah, I'll just have to like refine it and say, like like put it in a way that at least meshes with my normal personality and speaking pattern, I guess, or my writing style, I guess. And yeah, then because but I didn't mention so the goal was because Mark mentioned a few things. So one of them obviously was the teleprompter was like to, oh yeah, I can explain it like this. Why I am looking off screen, so I have to remember to look at the camera. Yeah, so Mark told me that yeah, my head was bobbing all over the place, and so he noticed when I was reading through the second part where I wasn't focused on like remembering my lines, my head wasn't moving around, and it just sounded a lot better. And so that's where the teleprompter came in, and then it arrived in one day. And then second part was not to call myself an integration expert, but to call myself I think like a business operations automation specialist. I don't know. That sounded a little bit too long for me, but I don't know if people make sense. But then he just said like if you call yourself an expert, people don't call yourself an expert. Maybe just call yourself a specialist. Maybe it's a little bit more humble. And then yeah, it's like, and then my format was weird. Yeah, kill the music because he said music is kind of cheesy. He's like, don't need to do it. And most business to business presentations, they don't have music, so kill the music. And then yeah, I think specialist is just same as an expert, but I guess it's a little bit more humble. And then the order, how everything went, where I started with the intro and I got pretty detailed, and then I went into the problem, and he says I need to like sell the first like minute, so it's like start with at least personal story, or like make it like, or you really need to sell, hey, like you're gonna save a lot of value, all of those use cases, whatever, like you need the first 30 seconds sell the like the after the 30 second to 2 minutes, and then let that 2 minutes like make value for the remaining 10 minutes or however long the video was going to be. And so yeah, and so that was like kind of the source for that newer script, but that's what it gave me, but I'll just have to refine it. So yeah, this is fun. Figuring it out. I need another camera so I can show you, like you can like see the setup from like another point of view, because that's my one camera. Unfortunately, like my SLR camera is too old school that I can't use it for streaming. It was like a few models too short. But apparently I can get like, so yeah, if I get a job, then that's maybe one thing I'm gonna get is like for your laptop, or it'd be like a MacBook Air, I might upgrade my my SLR from being a GH1, the first generation, to a 5th generation. And right now they're used for $650. So $700. No, like 700, like average 750. Which is expensive. I don't want to spend that right now. Definitely. I didn't want to spend on the teleprompter, but then I realized how useful it is. I can put like a Zoom call right there, and so like I can like basically like look at the person who I'm talking to, which I always wanted. So let's say I have a job interview, then I would totally do this for like a job interview and make it like sound professional, and then I can like look at myself talking. I can actually have talking points right on the screen, and so yeah, like I think it would calm me. And so sometimes I get a little antsy or like jump around, and maybe things like that, things like that would calm myself down in front of the camera. Oh, I see a glare on the, I see on the screen, I see a glare that I have to get rid of. Because I think it's the angle of the camera. No, me moving the camera didn't do it. But if I... Is that my... Or is that just my zipper? No, that did it. I have to lower the brightness. I'm going to lower the brightness. Maybe that goes away. Oh, that I have to do it the other way. No, it's still there. That's the lowest brightness. Maybe I lower the brightness of the Mac. No, that doesn't do it. Maybe I can lower it in my settings. Yeah, it's the glare from... It's a glare from something. Okay, I'll just look. There. Fixed it. Ooh, look at this now. Yeah, but it's fixed. Yeah, it's the reflection from like inside somewhere. Like there's like a hood around the outside. So yeah, I guess I just like tilted my camera up. So it's like if my camera had a zoom, yeah, like that's another reason why I would like to have an SLR and not use my webcam, because yeah, it's kind of meant for having a good SLR, which unfortunately mine is from 2009, and I would want to have a 2021. Map, that still looks good. What do you think? And I can also have like a setup like on my couch potentially too, like where this is on my cable, this is on my table, and like I'm just like sitting on the couch like this. And then oh, let me just press play. I'm gonna run through another sentence. Imagine walking into your next executive business review. No all-nighter scrambling for data. No 47 slide deck that took you 18 hours and still looked like everyone else's. No awkward silence when a CFO asks, so what's the actual ROI we got this year? Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't want to read the script. I can, but yeah, maybe I can make. I'll read one more time, and then I'll make it sound natural. Yeah. Let's just see. Because in front of them is a 12-page masterpiece that took you 47 minutes to create, not 47 hours. It's gorgeous. It's personalized. It has the exact ROI broken down by product line, team, and region with all the sources. 3 hidden expansion opportunities that didn't even know about, and a 90-day no-brainer growth plan with projected 1 million in new ARR, and a 1-page hero summary that the CEO immediately screenshotted and sent to the board. Your champion leans over and whispers, "How the hell did you do this?" And you just smile because your AI agents did 95% of the work. That's the new standard for executive business reviews in 2026. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to 40 plus data sources into a flawless, beautiful EBR deck in under an hour. Auto-discover insights that make you look like a genius, even when you're not. Pre-answer every tough executive question before they even ask it. Deliver strategic value so ridiculous that your champion fights to get you in their calendar every quarter. Because of the old way of doing EBRs, death by PowerPoint, and manual slides, praying by the numbers are right, it's officially dead. Now, the new breed of customer success leaders aren't the ones with, okay, I don't know, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't like this whole, like, stick with me. By the end, you'll have the exact playbook to turn your next EBR from a check the box meeting in the single most valuable hour your executive stakeholders spend all quarter. Let's make you a partner they can't live without. Yeah, I didn't break it. I had to break out that piece, and I didn't break that out. Yeah, well, I don't practice. It's like, I know there's some parts that make sense, and then there's the other part. It's like long and rambly, and I wouldn't say things like that. I would have broken it up and practiced it. So my next one will be better, but this was just to kind of give you just a taste. Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to act. Do you think I was too salesy? Yeah. I'll try to see how I'm gonna I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna want to sound just for a sentence, or I'm gonna read another one. Yeah. Imagine walking into your next executive business review, and no all-nighter scrambling for that data, no 47 slide deck that took you 18 hours and it still looked like everyone else's. No awkward silence when the CFO asks, "So what's the actual ROI we got from this year?" Yeah, it's not natural. Three hidden expansion opportunities they didn't even know about existed, and a 90-day no-brainer growth plan with projected 1 million in new ARR and a 1-page hero summary the CEO immediately screenshots. Yeah, see, that's a too rambling. Like what? I'm not a salesperson. I can't copy how they talk because I'm not one. But I think I just need to have a better script. And when I read a better script, I have a better script, then it will be better. Yeah. But I'm not gonna get it from like reading a cold script that I'm not into, like that I haven't gone into the meaning of, right? So I'm not gonna like. There has to be a little bit more between, like reading it straight off of it and like going through it and like understanding the meaning through it and then going through a presentation, then reading blankly. So that's all I'm saying. Is that, yeah, like there's just more I need to do, and then it would sound, I think, a lot better. Like the problem isn't necessarily like that I'm not acting salesy, is that I just don't have the right, I just don't have the right messaging and the right script. But if I had that there and I practice that a little bit, and then I'll get there. Yeah, that was the goal, to show you, not like the final script, because like that would obviously better. Like I'll refine it, I'll write them down, and then like not, it will be better. So and yeah, so I'll just take them time today. So I'll refine that script. And then, are you getting sleepy? No, are you getting sleepy? I have to ask at the camera. Are you getting sleepy? Okay. Did you have a dinner? Oh yeah, you said you weren't hungry. I didn't have a dinner really either. I'm just gonna want to refine my script. I'll do that later. And if you're just a little bit, then I don't want to start something new. Make me see if there's like a video to watch.
Dark days in Washington, D.C. on lockdown after a murderous ambush attack against two National Guardsmen left them dead, but now there are conflicting reports as to whether the National Guardsmen are in critical condition or deceased.
Maybe I might have a donut.
That as the administration is taking a whole approach to all of this, there was just a press conference that described the horrific attack, an absolute and total ambush shootout that happened targeting the National Guard. This is Washington, D.C. My initial instinct here was that D.C. is so crime-ridden with typical gangland violence and robberies that perhaps it was one of those.
Yeah, I don't mind Benny Johnson.
People just started shooting at each other. Maybe a National Guardsman was caught in the crossfire, or perhaps there was a robbery and things went sideways. You will recall that Joe Biden's granddaughter had her Secret Service exchange gunfire with someone who was trying to rob their vehicle. This was in Georgetown. So my initial instinct was perhaps that was what happened. There was a criminal engagement that was going on. Maybe the National Guardsmen got caught in the crossfire. That is not the case. This, ladies and gentlemen, was a targeted attack on our National Guard, and the suspect is not cooperating, although they are alive, and we now have...
Oh, I have to make
photos of
koshery
them.
this week.
Suspect approached the Guardsmen appearing to
I
target
forgot.
them, firing first at one
I have to make
guardsman
koshery
who was
soon,
near
but because I'm
the
going.
head.
I have, my parents.
Sources, one source said
Yeah, my
the suspect
parents
then
are throwing a
fired
party.
at other guardsmen who tried
Another
to get
one.
behind a bus stop
Extended
shelter.
family. My dad's not happy about
The
it.
suspect is not cooperating with investigators. Had no identification on him at the time of arrest. This, of course, that now makes a lot of sense as the clearest footage of the immediate aftermath of the shooting shows the suspect being apprehended.
Yeah. Because
and
my uncle and aunt are vegan, so I offered I can make a vegan dish, and I don't want my mom to work so hard,
glass
right?
all over the ground as the two National Guardsmen fight for their lives. I want to touch on this very briefly because the governor of Virginia said that the two National Guardsmen were indeed killed, succumbed to...
Oh yeah, well typically like yeah, there's always a lot of koshery leftovers because it makes a lot.
Morsi. This is potential good news, maybe, pray. We are now receiving conflicting
So,
reports
but,
about conditions
yeah, I
of
have the
National Guard members.
chickpeas.
We'll provide information
Wait,
as
what
we
day is it
receive
today? It's
more
Wednesday,
information on prayers,
so I should
with
soak the
prayer service.
chickpeas tomorrow.
So we now have tons of responses from everyone from Trump, who calls the shooter an animal, who says that he's going to pay a very steep price, to the
I burned my
Department of War's
thing.
response, Pete Hegseth, saying that the response from the Department of War will be a surge of troops into Washington, D.C., not backing down or retreating, but now adding more troops. Have a listen.
Very productive meetings, but I
All right. Let's see if there's anything in Canada.
Has the minister seen the fully unredacted contract?
No.
Has Privy Council, has PCO seen this contract unredacted?
My sense is no, they would not have seen it.
So the previous deputy minister saw the contract.
Well, I'm assuming that. I don't know that for a fact.
What about legal? Like, obviously, there's some legal folks that would have to see it. Is there a legal department that would have seen this? You're telling me the legal team for a $15 billion contract doesn't see the entire contract?
You would have a lawyer sitting beside you.
Is
Would
it
you
on
be normal
Friday
for
or
any
Saturday?
other private company to have lawyers in the room when you're making these negotiations?
I figured it would be
Is it
Friday because that would
policy?
be like natural.
We
And
do not
when it
have
would be?
people sitting in with us.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
folks.
I should check. Yeah, I'll check, but it's one or the other. It's Friday or Saturday.
Stellantis and government officials were supposed to appear before the Government Operations Committee, but there were two major problems. Stellantis never showed up, and the officials who did openly fought against releasing the contract. They admitted the minister never reviewed it and defended a chaotic negotiation process where legal advice...
I had a donut and
afterthought.
that I put it in the microwave for 15 seconds and that was hot enough. It got hot enough to burn my the liquid
money is being managed.
escaped out of the donut and burned my
Let's
finger.
take a look.
Yeah, I think it's a totally good move. I think it's useful. If anybody needs to borrow it, they could borrow it. My family. Mark said
In your statement, you just said
that he would go halvesies if he would use it, but I don't even think I would want it. I don't even know if I would want to use it now. I'm like, get your own.
Was there any other
Yeah, I'm okay.
remarks from any-
Just a minor burn from donut filling.
Thank you, appreciate that.
IT issues.
So, that's Iker Khalid asking, where's Stellantis, basically? Because there were some...
Anything else? MP's speechless, room goes that quiet, whatever. There's a lot of streamer stuff. What a mess. Carney.
What am I doing? I'm standing in the House of Carvings.
We're gonna take no lesson from the conservatives.
My name's David. Today we've got Mark Carney with a train wreck of a press conference, getting asked over and over about Donald Trump in English and French. He just mumbles and bumbles, noticeably stressed about this situation, panicking, trying to get the reporters off his back. But before then, we've got Pierre Poilievre in the House of Commons calling out Carney for not showing up for work. His press conference was done an hour
Can you believe
after
this?
the House session. Carney could have gone to both. He chose not to. This is bad optics. He looks like a weak leader. Let's jump into this. Starting off this Wednesday session here, this is the typical one for the past many years. Justin Trudeau would answer all of the questions, and what's happened here, Mark Carney didn't show up for work. You can see Pierre about to call this out. There's a bunch of empty chairs here. We don't have Francois Philippe Champagne. I don't think Melanie Jolie's
Why
there.
take no lesson from the conservative? Oh, that's that special, like, stupid Canadian tradition sword thing. I think it dates back to King, whatever, 1600 King. Because when he broke Parliament, that was like I remember like something with the Parliament there.
French and then switch over. He's starting with the Who's Care message. This is what he's got to do. Nail down on this because Mark Carney, the globalist elitist, having a moment there, not being a polished politician, truly told us how he feels. Who cares? Mark Carney doesn't care. As you can see, the Conservatives are capitalizing on this situation. Before we actually show the English part, I just want to show this. So in French here, they asked people from the backbenchers, to come and fill the seats.
The win that he promised.
Yeah, it's like 1600, like Oliver Cromwell like type of period, like 1600s or like around then.
Another one show up and fill this seat because it looks awful. It's a Wednesday session and we don't even have the main players here, including Carney, Francois Philippe Champagne, Joe.
Oh yeah, and do you think I should wear glasses?
Speaker, do you want the good news?
Because then I can see. I can sit further back and then I can see with my glasses.
It's all
Like
we've
this.
got. The good news is
Imagine walking into your next executive business review. No all-nighter scrambling for data.
to block a pipeline.
Or no all-nighter.
The bad news is that this
No
Prime
all-nighter where
Minister
you're just
does under
scrambling for all the
Section
different data
9210A
sources. Can you
of the
imagine?
British North American Act
Imagine
works
walking into your next
between provinces
executive
are
business.
exclusively the federal government's responsibility. So will the Prime Minister stop hiding behind the powerless Premier, get out of the way, and approve a pipeline to the Pacific today?
Mr. Speaker, I'd invite the member opposite to buy a ticket to Calgary tomorrow to see how a federal government works with the provincial government to build Canada strong.
I'd invite this guy to review Mark Carney's conflicts of interest and stop lying to Canadians in committee, which is perjury if done with intent.
Tomorrow, the Prime Minister will wave around in the air a worthless piece of paper that he says that the Premier of BC can veto any time he wants. Here's the political problem he has. Canadians want a pipeline. They know it's the best
Either way?
to get
What either
our
way?
resources to market going around the United States of America, but his Keeping the Ground caucus is standing in the way. Why doesn't he stand up to them and stand up for Canada?
This is so
He has a good
pitiful. I
suit.
mean,
I like
Mark Carney didn't show up for
Pierre's
work here.
suit.
The Conservatives are running buck wild with this.
Yeah? What do you think of his
Should be the
suit?
whole who cares thing, as we can see on Poilievre's account.
Who's about a
Anyone
suit,
who
me
add
or
here,
Pierre?
This is brilliant.
Almost didn't do anything, did it?
Hundreds of Canadian auto workers will soon be out of jobs, and General Motors is fighting American tariffs.
When was the last time you spoke to the president?
Look at Carney's suit. Looks like a dope. He looks like a dork.
I spoke to him, I'll speak to him again when it matters.
From manufacturing to transportation, industries hit hardest by tariffs are also getting hit hard by job losses. Windsor now has an unemployment rate of 11.1%. In Oshawa, it's climbed to 9%. Here, General Motors is slowing production at this plant because of tariffs, forcing one of its part suppliers to lay off.
Yeah, well, I hope I can maintain my weight so I can just, that can be my suit forever.
This is a scathing ad. It's very simple to the
I
point, but
decided
it means Mark
to,
Carney's
that was
Who
the
cares?
biggest
Well, the
impulse
Conservatives care to fix
buy I
the
got
problems,
in a
not the
long
Liberals.
time. But at least I felt like I don't want to scramble for a suit forever.
Alberta wants to stand beside our Prime Minister and talk about how to build Canada strong.
These are not good replies, man. Daniel Smith is trying to work with the Carney government.
Yeah, look at all the liberal
doesn't
suits.
separate.
Yesterday, the Prime Minister claimed that he did not have the
I don't know. Look at his his suit. Look at the way it. Look at the way his boobs kind of like it's puffing out.
exclusively a federal responsibility.
You'll see.
He happens to be the Prime Minister, and he asked us to pass emergency
I don't
legal
know.
powers
You guys got a
in
tailor,
C5
Pierre.
to give him the personal authority to overturn any regulation in order to get the project done. In other words, this government has the exclusive power. He has the exclusive legal authority. Will he match that authority with responsibility?
Yeah, I think he needs a tailor. Just that part. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, he just went for his button. He leaned in for his button there. He's like, I don't know about this.
He's leading on building national projects.
Yeah, like.
He's leading on building port capacity. He's leading on making Canadian steel.
Port capacity, we have a new potash export terminal being built in Washington because Carney's Liberal government is so incompetent.
Lumber, aluminum, and various commodities more valuable for home.
He's just a moron. Even with a good suit or whatever. Like it's a liberal. He's just stupid clapping seal.
This country to work building our great country. That's what this Prime Minister is doing. He's leading. What is the leader of the opposition doing, Mr. Speaker?
What is it?
The reason why Carney McKinnon is he's such a good liar. He's probably one of their best liars. He's the most showmanship.
What am I doing? I'm standing in the House of Commons.
Right. Where is he?
There's Waldo, Mr. Speaker. He's hiding. We know he's in the House of... We know that he's in Ottawa today. We know that he's in the...
All right.
I think well, we're so close to the line there that we're actually stepping over it. So.
No, what's stepping over the line is Mark Carney not showing up for work. It's a Wednesday session. We have all these parliamentarians in the building. We're talking thousands of dollars for an hour of everyone sitting there. It's a big cost to have everyone sitting there, and Carney can't show up. He should be thrown out of office.
Mr. Speaker, I think we're finding out that if you're not there, you don't care.
Ooh, yeah. That's his new messaging. It's just basically saying they just don't care about us anymore, which is, I think, it's gonna work. Hopefully.
We care. Why doesn't he show up and prove he does too?
Carney is screwed. This is just going to tank him. Because he told his truth. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about Canada. He only cares about his stocks. He doesn't like all these reporters asking him questions. He feels he's above everyone. The guy was getting something like $10,000,
Yeah,
$15,000.
and I think it works because he doesn't care, but and he shows it in his personality, and so and Pierre is attacking that, which I think hopefully will work.
Hodgson's basically saying there's
And the Liberals are like get angry about it because they realize they can't do anything about
This is
it.
just stringing along Alberta.
We've gone from elbows up to who cares under this Prime Minister. Remember, he said he would negotiate a win and he would get a deal by July 21st. Well, still no win, still no deal. He's made concession after concession. He backed down on counter tariffs, on the digital services tax, on the legal action against softwood lumber, and he got nothing in return. Well, one thing. Brookfield, his company, got $80 billion in contracts hand-signed by the president just 20 days after the two met. Is that what he meant when he said he would negotiate a win with Trump?
Hi.
Mr. Speaker, I know it's an inconvenient truth for the leader of the opposition.
He's an idiot, Dominic LeBlanc. Oh, they're all idiots.
Has the best deal of any trading partner of the United States.
No, yesterday Mark Carney said that
They
since
purged
he became
everybody
Prime
with
Minister,
character.
Canada has
Anybody
the best
with
deal.
character.
That is a blatant lie. That's taking credit for the Kuzma agreement from Chrystia Freeland in 2018. That should be some sort of penalty, an ethics or a code of conduct violation for lying to Canadians. He went on to say that he has the best budget in the world. He has the most new trade deals in
Cheers.
the world. These are all rampant lies. These liars need to be thrown out of this building. These people are being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and they're outright lying to us. They pay CBC and the mainstream media to lie for them. This is disgusting and deplorable. Enough is enough with this bullcrap. So as I'm filming this, Carney just made his steel announcement here. Among new measures limiting foreign steel imports from countries without free trade agreements with Canada from 50 to 20% of 2024 levels. This is aimed at reducing Chinese steel imports. The government will also reduce quotas for countries with which Canada has a free trade agreement from 100% to 75% of 2024 levels. Government also cut freight rates for shipped steel and lumber across Canada by 50% starting next spring. He goes on to talk about prioritizing more steel for Canadian-built projects by Canadian policy. This is not going to solve anything. Let's get real. Throughout this press conference, a bunch of softball questions here. And what does he go on to talk about? FIFA.
And next week, next week is an important event for Canada. Because we are one of the co-hosts, as you know, of the World Cup.
Brookfield.
I'll be participating alongside President Trump, other co-host, and the FIFA president. There'll be the selections of the countries,
the country,
various groups, Canada included.
And the companies, Brookfield,
House of Commons in the same day.
Canada,
this is an hour after the House session. It's not like he didn't show up in the House because of this.
Canada and Ontario.
I'll see the president around there, but
WEF,
again, I don't want to over-signal things. This is something I'm trying to, what matters is the negotiations when they re-engage. They haven't re-engaged yet, so that's the fundamental point.
Next question. Carney is looking unbelievably weak here. His body language, his confidence, it is weak. He is trying to string this along here. He desperately wants to cash out using Canada as the piggy bank. Something else
I still hate Trudeau more. Remember, you know the face that I hated this Trudeau? I just wanted to slap him. Like every time Trudeau finished a speech, he would always be like,
so apparently they did get the guy here.
You know what I mean?
Custody was also
does that face ring a bell?
Elise Bloomberg. Today you've announced tariffs today on the U.S. for the first time, or they'll affect the U.S. for the first time since you pulled back retaliatory tariffs. How do you think this will affect the prospects of a trade deal with the U.S., and are you worried about retaliation?
So I think the first thing to say is that what we have done is to put in place adjustments to remissions and tariffs on certain steel derivative products, as you know. And so these are products that, derivatives is a fancy name for products that are substantially comprised of steel, and it is a much more targeted level of that steel than, for example, the United States has done.
He's just
with
more,
derivatives, which is quite broad application. The U.S. looks to
like he's
calculate
more the man behind the curtain type of thing.
that approach is global.
Trudeau is just like
It's global.
a
It's
fucking,
not targeted at the
what do you
US,
call
okay,
it?
so-
But it
Like
will
middle.
affect the US.
Trudeau is middle management,
I don't know, man.
lower
Is he
management.
trying to stir up something
Who
here for another
who
election
feels like he
tomorrow
should be in
Donald
higher
Trump?
management, but like no one feels like, but the higher management's like, Justin, like you're the biggest fucking loser idiot. Like
We
you're,
know that this decades-long process of our ever closer economic relationship between Canada and the United States.
Yeah, not like I think this guy is also middle management, but he's higher middle management than Trudeau. He's like senior manager, senior middle management.
Of GDP. That's about $50 billion lost from our economy, or the equivalent of $1,300 for every Canadian. And this is happening fast.
Where
It's
like
eruption,
Trudeau is like
which means that our
janitor.
economic strategy needs to change dramatically and rapidly.
And yet, what did he say about getting a deal with Donald Trump? Who cares? He doesn't care. He's invested in America. He's pushing a green grift to get rich. He doesn't need the jobs in Canada. Who cares?
To move our economy from reliance.
Yeah, I think Moose on the Loose is good. He's a good.
Far more than any
he's
foreign
good.
nation can ever take away.
He had to use that slogan again. He's fear-mongering. He's preparing for an
Yeah,
election.
it's like what do you think? Like the worst person on earth you can fucking vote in office is a central banker. Are you kidding me?
Canadians are going to get duped again.
People don't understand. Like, ooh, like I hate billionaires. I hate whatever. And then they're like,
When it comes to
so they go against conservatives, but then they like this schmuck. Like it makes no fucking sense. That's the thing. Like lefties have no morals. They're just completely automatons that are being told how to think and what to think.
And starting of a broader,
They have no morals that they stick by. If they did, then
amongst other things,
it would be a lot
our broader
better.
trading relationship. there's this sector, there's clean energy.
That's why I like the
there's a
right
series
more so that even though like I know the right has their whatever, their own crazy.
of,
I guess there is a
coordinations on
woke
the
right
agricultural
too.
side, the seafood side.
But I just
There's
find there's
also
more
opportunities for
morals.
Canada on the-
So
on the
I
lumber
would.
side, et cetera, et cetera.
I see more moral.
What was the first one he named? Clean energy.
moral
This
compass.
guy telegraphs what he's thinking. He doesn't realize it. He's not a trained politician. Connecting the dots, we can see what Carney's doing here. He's working with Xi Jinping. He wants that clean energy to come over. This is big business for China and big profits for Mark Carney here. He needs
Yeah.
China on board for not only net zero, but the carbon credit system.
If you look at what's happening in the world, given the changes, the fundamental changes in tariff policy, you see a number of jurisdictions starting to make adjustments because of the reallocation of capacity. I'll just refer to the European Union has proposals around restricting free trade
Is that a smiley face here, or what's that?
48% to be precise.
To be precise, why is that his first example? Why does he precisely know it's 48%? You can tell where all of his energy goes. The countries, the policies, the people. This guy telegraphs exactly what he's doing here, who he interacts with. They just sent $500 million
That's
of our money.
what's her name,
to the space
Haidu
agency
in the back.
Europe
She's a
that
fucking
Brookfield
moron.
is
Like
the
all of them are
owner that
fucking
building.
morons.
And this guy's top example here, European Union.
And to clarify, when you go to the U.S. next week, apart from the FIFA draw, will you be looking to officially restart trade talks with the U.S. again?
Look, I don't want to over-dramatize it, so
yeah, that's just how.
We are ready to re-engage on those talks when the United States wants to re-engage.
Yeah,
Looks like
so.
a defeated little boy here. Trump is cleaning his clock, and everyone's starting to see this isn't the guy who's going to get a deal. He can't get a deal. He doesn't want to get a
It's a
deal.
good freeze
he wants
frame.
a majority government is what he wants. Carney getting hammered here.
I'm just wondering if Canadians should interpret today's announcements as a concession that there's no deal in the near future for the steel and lumber sectors.
That's exactly what I was thinking. If you're changing the tariff rules with Canada, you're clearly not getting a deal with America. The question is this intentional?
You should interpret the announcement that this government will do whatever it takes to protect our
Look at this
We're going to
fucking-
build this country at a scale and at a pace.
You mentioned in French that you had a conversation with Donald Trump over the last 24 hours.
yeah.
Can you elaborate on that, please? And also, when you go to Washington next week, will you bring up with him the pain that our sectors are currently facing and, talk about re-engaging?
What's with the smile? He's either got the duper's delight or he's trying to hide his failures with a little cheeky smile.
Sectors are currently facing and, talk about re-engaging?
I'm sorry if this is stressing you out before bed.
with
But
him
don't worry,
that,
there's gonna be an election in the spring.
Every
Hopefully,
time he
he'll
gets
be
asked
out of
to vote
here.
Trump, he just fumbles and bumbles.
See him. These are points I do make to him. It's my exchange with the president yesterday was not newsworthy.
So it wasn't about...
I just responded to a question. Wasn't newsworthy. How's that?
Next question.
He doesn't want to talk about this, so I'll show you what was said in French.
How was that?
Next week, will you go to the USA? Do you expect to meet Donald Trump?
Oui.
Yes. There's an event that's planned to go
For l'événement
the event
mondial, c'est
of the World Cup meeting.
choisis les matchs.
We choose our match. A conversation with him.
So that's where he goes into the whole World Cup thing. This press conference is a disaster.
So that was that. Carney looking like a moron, which is always good. Yeah. Are you getting sleepy? Okay, I can let you go. I'll try to see if I can refine the script. Maybe eat it. Oh no, I wouldn't have a donut, but a snack of some sorts. I hope you have a good stay. I hope you feel a lot better. I hope it fixes everything. Yeah, well, let me know. We'll play it by ear. I know, cause yeah. If you have a fever, well, hopefully, yeah, you killed whatever you got. Oh yeah, and I guess you should have a laptop too. So at the very least, yeah, it'll be good. So at least you have a laptop actually. So how about that? Regardless, you'll have a laptop tomorrow because then I can just drop it off tomorrow if you're not feeling well. Oh, but I have to set up a profile and everything, so I'll try to do that too. Okay, hope those vitamins work. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out. I hope you feel better. I'm sorry it was such a shitty day. But tomorrow's a new one. Oh, wait, there's a delay. Yeah, because I think it'll be good to have. I know it's a piece of shit to only work on your phone, so yeah. So we'll just work that out. And then, yeah. Hope you have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. New teleprompter, big day. Teleprompter day. And yeah, talk tomorrow. Yeah, have a good night. Sweet dreams. Good night.